Hello everybody, this is Frony Tobabin here, and welcome back to Train Simulator 3. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I last played this game, and also that was a voice crack. But yeah, Trainz 3, yeah, like I said, it's been a little while though. I feel like it's a little been some time since I last played Trainz 3. But here it is, once again, another Trainz 3 video is now out, and you are watching it right now. So yeah, welcome back to Trainz 3. So today is yet another route review. We're back to the regular format this time. Today we are checking out the Scottish Highlands. And I believe this is another route that has been made by Pro Train or something. I'm not 100% sure, but either way. Yeah, Scottish Highlands is now in Trainz 3. This route actually came out a little while ago. It just took me this long to do a video on it, but here it is. Scottish Highlands is in Trainz 3. I believe this route was also over in Train Simulator 2, so if anyone played this route back over in Trainz 2, they might, you might recognize some stuff that you will see today. I, of course, have not played the Trainz 2 version of Scottish Highlands. I will do at some point, but that's a long way from now. But for today, though, we're going to be checking out the Trainz 3 version. So, as per usual, what you're looking at here is all of the included stuff that you get in this route, and we're here at a train station. I just don't know what's called. Oh, no! It's a ferry! Oh, I just noticed this right now, but there's a ferry at this station. Oh, no. Well, I know someone who's going to be very happy to see this, but yeah, there's a ferry which has a bus and some cars and stuff. Anyway, that's not what this is Train Simulator, Train Simulator. Alrighty then, so let's go over all the included rolling stock. There's one in particular which I'm very excited to talk about, but we'll get that in just a second. Alright, so you got a good mix of content in this one. Well, good mix of passenger to freight. So let's start with this guy here. So here is the first train, okay, here's the train, the first train to get in this route. This is the Class 70, but this time in the Colas Rail Freight livery. Yeah, as you know, the Class 70, I did look at, this is in a different DLC than it was before. However, it is now in this game in the Colas Rail Freight livery, which has a combination of like yellow and orange. I do kind of like this livery, by the way. I believe it's like a new livery or something, but yeah, but here it is. So Class 70 in the Colas Rail Freight livery is now in Trainz Simulator 3. Other than that, though, I think it's exactly the exact same Class 70 as we checked out beforehand. Cap that was nicely detailed, so yeah, definitely gotta drive this thing at some point, maybe in another route, or maybe we'll just return to one of these routes. But anyway, here's the Class 70 you get in this DLC. So let's blow the horn as per usual. Oh, I think I've heard that horn before, but there you go. The Class 70 and the Colas Rail Freight livery is in this route. And with it, you get some flatbeds. And now these flatbeds are supposed to have container cars on them. These are FFA wagons, and I believe you also get F something else wagons. I think there's like 2 different kinds included. Yeah, then there's 2 different kinds of this flatbed included, but this is the FFA versions and stuff. Yeah, so that's now you can actually. I'm not sure how this works. I'm not sure if you can load containers on there, but if you do play either the free roam scenarios or one of the thingy scenarios, you will see these wagons with a load on them. But as far as free roam goes, they're unloaded. But we might see these loaded with containers on at some point in this video. If we don't, I might flash up a picture and show you these wagons with the containers on them. So get the Class 70 with those wagons and stuff, and yeah. Alright, on to the next one. It's another locomotive that's been featured before, but it's a different livery. This is the Class 68. But this time, it's a Class 68 in ScotRail. Scottish National Anthem intensifies. This one's called Daring, apparently, as it turns out. But yeah, Class 68 in the ScotRail livery. And it comes with some Mach 2 coaches, which are also in ScotRail. And for some reason, I'm not allowed to... Oh no, is this book happening again? Okay, well, I guess we'll do this. Alright, so Class 68 in ScotRail along with the ScotRail Mach 2 coaches to complement it. I believe you only get 2 different kinds this time around. You get like the brake coach and you get the no coach, but yeah, Class 68 in ScotRail with some ScotRail Mach 2 coaches to complement it. By any chance, actually, okay, I guess we'll check out the Class 68 first. And let's see, if we go into the cab. Yeah, I do believe this Class 68 is the same one. Now, I did actually drive the Class 68 in this game already. That was over in the other British one that I forget the name of. So, of course, we'll be driving it today. But, yeah, I already drove the Class 68 on this channel, so if you want to check that out, you can check out that video. But just as a refresher, let's blow the horn. there you go. Class 68 in this route as well. So pretty cool. If you want the Class 68 Scar Rail, this is the route to get it in. And now for the thing that I'm sure everyone's been excited for, or maybe not, depending on who you are. That is right. The Mallard is now in Train Simulator 3. Yes, sir. In Train Simulator, we now have the Mallard. Your mola. And I'll explain what that means in a bit. But yeah, here it is. The Class A4 Mallard is in Train Simulator 3 in this DLC and all of its true Mallard form. Look at it. Now, yes, you may recognize this Mallard model, and yes, this is the same Mallard that we've had for years. This is not a new version of the Mallard. This is the same Mallard that's been in Trains now for a long time now. But it's here in Trains 3. And of course, we shall blow that magnificent whistle. Yes, alright, I might blow it again out in the open because it's drowned up all this diesel stuff here, but yeah. So of course you have the locomotive, and the game's breaking itself again. Okay. Come on. Game. Uh-oh. Oh, great. Trains 3, proves itself in other stories, but anyway. So you get these coaches, which again you'll probably recognize. There we go. Because as you know, the Mallard was available as a standalone DLC back over in Trains 2, where you get the locomotive and these coaches. Actually, no, I think this route thing wasn't a route. Actually, never mind. But yeah, you get these coaches, which again, you'll probably be very familiar with if you're a longtime Trains player. But yeah, these are the coaches that you get with the Mallard. So there you go. Mallard is now in Trains 3. How cool is that? And finally, you get a Class 66. This one's in the GBRF livery, which again, I think I've showed off already. This is another DLC. But yeah, it's also included here in the Scottish Highlands route. So if we blow the horn as usual. Yes. Oh yeah, also if I check out the cab of the Mallard. And it's... Wait, is it loading? Oh yeah, here we go, okay. So here it is, the cab of the Mallard, same as it's always been. And along with the cab of the Class 66. Yeah, once again, I'm sure you guys will probably recognize this if you play this in the previous Trains games. So that's the Class 66. I know for sure this one's included. And right behind it is this flatbed. This is just known as the log car. And yes, I know this car looks kind of bad, but yes, this is included in this DLC because you can also, there's also a couple places where you can do some logging stuff on this route. So yeah, log wagon included for that. And you would do those in either the Class 68, I mean not Class 68, the Class 70 or the Class 66. Also, I just realized, so in this DLC you have the Class 66, 68, and 70. So you have 3 diesel locomotives that are very close to each other in like the number spectrum. That's interesting. And then you have the A4 Mallard, which of course is the outlier here. But yeah, there you go. And now we have this. So this here is something else. If I could click on it, this is the Class 66 in the EWS livery. Now, I put it down here because I saw it in my collection. Now, here's the thing though about this Class 66. I do not think that this Class 66 is included in this DLC, but it might be included in the other DLCs. Either the other British route that I looked at, which I can't remember the name of, and there's also the Margaret Easterly route. This locomotive might be included in one of those two, but I'm not entirely sure. But I decided to put it down here just to let you know that this exists in Trains 3. So if you're a big fan of EWS, then it's in Trains 3. As far as that looks though, yeah, same material as always, and I believe the horn is probably going to be the same and stuff. Oh, whoops, I didn't reach on that. Okay. Oh, it's got a different horn. Ooh, yes. Also, I do believe the engine sounds a bit different as well, so maybe we'll check that out at some point in the future. Okay, well, if you guys really want to see me do a video on the EWS Class 66, leave a comment and I might put that on the plans for the future. But anyway, that is pretty much all of the rolling stock they get in the Scottish Highlands route, plus something else that may not be included. There might be a couple other smaller bits and bobs that I missed out on, but this is like basically the main stuff that you get with this route. So, like I said, Class 70, the coolest rail freight livery. Class 66 in Scott Rail with some Mach 2 Cokes commented. A4 Mallard and the Class 66 in the livery. And, of course, you get some free wings to go with those as well. So, that's all the rolling stock you get in this route. So, now it's time to drive on. Oh, which reminds me, I need to actually show off the route. I almost forgot to do that. Here is the route. Once again, it's kind of small considering the other routes that we've looked at in Trainz 3, but yeah, here it is. This is the entirety of the Scottish Highlands route. It actually looks pretty interesting though, just from the above. So we're definitely gonna be interesting to see what this route looks like once we actually drive on it on the ground. But yeah, that's all. That's all you get with this DLC. So like I said, it is time to actually drive on the route now. So let's go do that. Alright, so here's all the included scenarios you get with the Scottish Highlands route, plus the free roam scenario that I made. That's my scenario, you won't get that one, but you do get 3 free roam scenarios. You get 2 different free drive scenarios for some reason, plus a free drive scenario at nighttime. And then you get the 4 different scenarios that are like scenarios. So you get the Log Transporter, Passenger Run, Scotland Wood Service, and the Mallard. We're going to be doing the Mallard because the Mallard is, well, actually I'll explain the legend of the Mallard on this channel, I'll explain it a little bit. But anyway, yeah, now I know something you may be thinking, well, Frony, you just did a video on a high-speed steam engine. You did the PRT1 in the last Trainz video, and yeah, I did not intend on doing a high-speed steam engine 2 Trainz 3 videos in a row. But at the same time, I had no idea that the Scottish Highlands had the Mallard included until I downloaded it just today. So, and I really want to drive the Mallard as well because I've already done the Class 68 and the Class 66. I want to save that one for another time. So we're doing the Mallard because I believe, yeah, the Mallard is, I think it's exclusive to this DLC right now. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's look at the description real quick. Alright, good morning. Your mission in this beautiful session is to drive the LNER A4 Mallard. You have to pick up passengers at every destination on time to complete the mission. Alrighty, so let's do this. It's time for the Mallard. Yes. Alrighty. Okay, so whenever the game loads. So it wasn't even that big, and yet it takes a bit of time. Taking longer than usual. I meant to cut this part. You know what? Now let's try to be entertaining. So yeah, back on Trainz 3. And, oh, here we go. Alright, there we go. That wasn't so bad. Okay, it's early in the morning. So, yeah. Alright, good morning, train driver. To complete the mission, you have to pick up all the stations at every station. You have to stop 6 times to complete this mission with 5 stars. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going off to the next station. Oh, hey, we're starting from where we started the video. Alright, let's do this. Alright, here it is. We are driving the Mallard. Oh, we gotta turn the lights. There we go. Oh, we also just up to the little whistle. And yeah, same whistle. So I love how it just barely fits underneath this. No, it grips the bridge. Yeah. But anyway, here we go in the A4 Mallard in Trainz Simulator 3. Yeah, like I said though, I had no idea that this DLC came with the Mallard, but I figured, well, since it does, and it even has a scenario, I figured why not, you know? Oh, I guess we're going single track for a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I know I just did a video on a high-speed steam engine. I was... Actually, I didn't even know what was going to drive on this route, to be honest. I was thinking maybe the Class 68 again, or maybe something else, but they decided to include the Mallard, so this is it. Yeah, we're doing 2 high-speed steam engines in a row in Trainz 3. And yeah, if you're brand new to this channel, not know what I'm talking about, I just recently did a video driving the PRRT1 in Trainz 3, which I decided to take on a speed test. So if you guys really want to see that video, then, well, look no further than my channel. Otherwise though, yeah, we're doing yet another high-speed steam engine. Like I said, I mean, now, granted, we're not exactly gonna be driving this thing fast today because, you know, the Scottish Highlands is not a high-speed route. Although, if you guys would like me to do a speed test with the Mallard, then that can be arranged. If you want, we can compare the Mallard to the T1 and see which one is faster. Okay, we're not going a little bit too fast. Okay, I know it's doing a speed test, but today's not the speed test. Okay, yep, easy mode is difficult. Which is ironic, because it's supposed to be the easy driving mode compared to realistic. Alright, also, yeah, driving in the morning. I think there's a couple of the daytime scenarios, but I decided to do... Well, I mean, this is the only Mallard scenario that there was, so it's in the morning, so yeah. It's a bit laggy, though. The frame rate isn't the smoothest thing in the world. Yeah, if you notice that the game is lagging a little bit, I don't think... Yeah. I don't think... Well, no. Okay, one I was going to come across some recording, but if you notice any lag, game does have something to do with this. Not necessarily my recording thing in particular. Okay, so 60% flow is good for maintaining 45 miles per hour. Nice. But yeah, so now to explain the legends of the Mallard. So, in case you didn't know, I have this little private group called Top Gear 2.0, which is essentially the group where all my mates and stuff chat out. That's where Russell, Andre, that's where we bang, and yeah, occasionally with Hubi as well, voice of Bill and Ted. But anyway, so we have this thing called the Top Gear trigger characters, where we have these characters to annoy Russell, and the Mallard is one of those, because Russell is actually not a very big fan of the Mallard, because I once did way back in the day, way back in Trainz 2, I did a speed test of the Mallard, and it didn't reach the speed that Russell expected, so it was like, yeah, the Mallard sucks because it's too slow. So I was like, y'all mother! And so the Mallard became a Top Gear trigger character, so I figured... And now I just today realized that the Mallard comes with the Scottish Highlands route, so here it is. I am driving the Mallard today to annoy Russell, and also to please any Mallard fans or steam engine fans in general out there. But yeah. And even just today when I downloaded this, I was like, hold on a minute, the Mallard is in Train Simulator 3 now? Yes, it is. Here is the Mallard. It's in Trainz 3. Yes. So... Yeah, for all you Mallard fans as well, who happen to have Trainz 3, yeah, if you want to get the Mallard, get this route. Okay, I know Chase Cam is being a bit weird, or my Chase Cam being a bit weird today because of all these mountains. Yeah, that's all. It's because wow, this route is just surrounded in mountains. I've noticed. But I don't like to be, stuck in the cab that much, and I'm more of a Chase Cam guy. Plus, since I'm doing a video, it allows you guys to see the route. Like if you're thinking about purchasing the Scottish Highlands route, but you're not so sure, this is a pretty good video to watch if you want to make that decision whether to get the Scottish Highlands route or not. I think the rolling stock is pretty neat, though. I mean, you get three different British diesel engines plus the Mallard. And also, I like how the Class 68 is in Scotland. And you know what's a bit weird? So get this. So the Class 68, you can either get it... Okay, we're coming to our station, by the first stop of the day, by the way. So let's get on the brakes. And also not overrun the platform. Alright, yeah, we're going to be fine, though. Alright, so here we are. First stop of the day for the Mallard. Is that a red? That is a red. Uh-oh. Are we going to stop in time? Uh-oh. Mallard, please stop! Oh, no. Are we really going to drive the... Okay, so the brakes in this thing are not as good as I thought they were. Are we gonna stop at time? Come on, stop! And we blew the red. Okay, well, now I have to do that again. Let's try that again, shall we? Okay, so tip, brake at least half a mile away from the next station if you're driving this thing in the thingy route. Good job, me. Okay. Yep, not gonna do that again because I am stupid. I thought though, for a fact, yeah, it's like I had it in the back of my mind that yeah, this train will absolutely slow down in time for the station. No, it didn't. Okay, well I guess now this will be a bit longer now. Dang, we're at the 20-minute mark. Okay, well, take 20-minute mark. Well, that depends on how the editing goes, but yeah. There's our thing. Alright. Okay, decided to check a few things, but we're not off. Once again. Okay, yep, except, yes, now we have to do this all over again. Because, yeah. But, yeah, one thing I learned about the Mallard is that the brakes, I mean, it's a steam engine, though, so obviously don't expect the brakes to be that good. It is steam. I guess this is what she does part of it. I guess we could do a bit of this in the from the cab view this time. Oh, I think this cab view was like shared on a few different dump coordinates. Is it? No. No, I think this cab is a. Yeah, I think this is a cab specific to the Mallard. I hope. Oh, because we can't see the locomotive from this view. Because hang on, if you look out the window, you don't see anything. That's not very realistic. Also, it wants to get to the next stop of Durnish at 7:08. Well, I don't think it's gonna take that long to get there. Or maybe it will. I don't know. I didn't time it the first time. Because I was too busy blabbing off and stuff, trying to be entertaining stuff. But yeah, here's the route from the. It's actually a pretty nice route, though. If you like scenic journeys, this route's also pretty good for that. Alright. So I'm gonna slow down a lot sooner this time. Just to be safe. If we have to slow down to a crawl, then well, we'll just have to do that is to not overrun the station. Okay, so we're 1.8 miles away. I'm gonna break a. I think last time we broke like about. Okay, yeah, now we need to slow down a lot sooner next time. I'm thinking just like a long way before the curve. Because we were still doing about a good 20 miles per hour. When we got to the red light, you know. So we have to do better this time. Okay, cab view is kind of boring. Okay, this part of the road doesn't seem to be as bad though when it comes to the lag. Also, maybe this route is like exclusive to mobile. I forgot to turn on the lights again. So, yeah. Yeah. So those very curvy. So it's a very rural as well. There's not much civilization around here. Is that what Scotland is? Is that what Scotland looks like? Are there any Scottish viewers watching this video? Alright, so I'm gonna slow down a lot sooner. Okay, so I'm thinking right about. I start slowing down now. I mean, once we get there at 7:08, it's 7:04, and we're already almost there. So I guess there's not really much pressure checks to go too fast. So let's actually slow down in time and not overrun the platform this time. Okay, I'd say about half a mile is a good place to get on the brakes. Okay, on the brakes nice and early this time. I hate how they put a red light at the end of every single station. They do this in Trainz World as well. It's like every train simulator or something. Okay, we can crawl faster than 5 miles per hour. Come on. Well, this is up to the platform stopping marker is right before where the red light is. Alright, is that good enough? Alright, good. Oh, the door's open. There you go. Okay, well, we stopped at the part at 7:08. Although, I remember the game... Hang on. This is approaching route, right? What if we were to pull away? Okay. Alright, you know what? Stuff the timetable. Thing is, though, it said you get no points. It had the same thing over in the PT Alpine Lake route. So, I'm just gonna just get there and leave whenever I want. And to be honest, the score doesn't really mean anything. So it's not like if I were to get a perfect score, it would really matter. And really, I'm just doing this for the video. Obviously, I still want to try to get a good score. But, you know. Actually, I think I got a perfect... Did I get a perfect score on the Burlington Northern video I did a while back? I think I did. I think it was my first time I got a perfect score on Trainz 3. Although the next station is only like a mile away. Wait, so why are we doing this in a steam, in a high, yeah, why are we doing this in a steam engine, a high-speed steam engine, no less? This would be more suitable for like a, I don't know my steam engines at all. A slower one, like a tank engine or something, or a mid-sized tender engine. You know what I mean? You probably have no idea what I'm saying, but, I mean, someone out there might know. Okay, since we're already at the almost coming up on the next station, I guess we're still on right about now. I know I'm probably slowing down too early for these stations, but you know, I want to actually complete the scenario and not overrun the red light all the time. Well, I guess next time it could be a bit more brave though. Like, yeah, 0.3 miles away. You know, I'm gonna slow down later next time. Also, where are we in the route by any chance? We are... Oh, we're going on this bottom section. Okay. So that's where we are right now. Ooh! It's a town! Yay! Town! We've entered civilization in Scotland. The funny thing is, my first like big sort of like introduction to Scotland was through like the Grand Tour, because they did because in season 3 they did the episode called like I don't know, but they went to Scotland in at one point season 3, and then they did the lockdown special. Those were interesting. And actually, just happens that I just happened to know someone who knows someone from Scotland. Yeah. As for me, I'd like to go to Scotland at least once. Seems like a nice enough country. Minus how much it rains there. But ignoring that, yeah. Scotland seems nice. Alright, welcome to, Plockton. Is that it? Is that the name? I don't know. Is that another station? Okay, so wants to leave at 7:12. Okay, well, we're gonna leave now because I can't. Yep. So start too early, but don't really care. Okay, one downside to this scenario though is that this is all single track. So we're probably not gonna see another train for some time. Yeah, so no AI trains, it seems. But it is all single track, so... Yeah, I was thinking though we might be seeing some other trains in this scenario though, but... Because I picked a scenario that is... Yeah. Alright, let's get the speed. One helpful thing though is that this feeling seems to be 45 miles per hour across this whole like scenario or this whole route or something, so at least I have to just put up 60% total every single time we want to take off. Bridge, which is next to a road. So I guess I'll just indulge in some other Trainz thoughts for those who, you know, haven't seen some of my other recent discussions. So recently, or I say not recently, about a couple months ago, I decided to give Trainz 2022 a try on PC, or Trainz Plus, basically. Essentially, I got Trainz Plus as the $8 trial, well, $8 version. And I will take it on trial for a month and see if I liked it. And wow, Trainz 2022 kind of surprised me, and not in a good way. I don't know how they managed to do this, but they somehow made the frame rate worse. Like, I don't have Trainz 2019, and I'm probably not gonna get it because, you know, Trainz 2022 is a thing, but I have played Trainz in Era a lot, and Trainz in Era is really smooth, like, it's butter smooth, especially on my supercomputer on the max graphics settings. I then go to play Trainz 2022, and the frame rate is somehow worse. I don't know how they managed to do it, but they somehow managed to worsen the frame rate in their most recent game. Like, the funny thing is, I didn't even bother checking out the Survey 2.0. Like, I was gonna do multiple things, you know, in Trainz 2022, although the first thing I did was loaded my 2013 quarter route in Trainz 2022 to see how the portals worked. Those are still a broken mess. And overall, I honestly don't think that Trainz 2022 is very good. Like, I don't know how they managed to do it, but they still made the frame rate worse. That's the main thing that bugged me though. Like, how in the world did you do that? How did you make the frame rate worse? So I was just so put off by that I didn't even bother checking out Survey 2.0. So I don't even know how that works. But, you know, the funny thing is, some people though might never enter the survey because they're not really interested in building routes. They just want to drive trains. Well, guess what? The train drive experience in Trainz 2022 is kind of bad. So, you know, and the reason why I decided to give Trainz, well, for one, I was just curious to see it, but for another thing, because the thing is, right, the development of Trainz 2022 does kind of coincide with the development of Train Simulator 3, because right now, Train Simulator 3 is kind of basic. Like, all you really do is you drive routes, you can drive trains in either a set environment, a pre-planned environment, or you can do it in free roam. You can, you know, drive it wherever you want and just explore the route and stuff like that. But that's it. That's all you can do. You can't even make your own scenarios. You can't make anything. You're just stuck with what you have. So now, like I said in previous videos, and 3B Games themselves has said that Surveyor 2.0 and Multiplayer Surveyor and all those other Surveyor features, along with other things, those will be implemented into Train Simulator 2 at some point. The thing is, though, I've known this since January. It's now November, and there is still absolutely no sign. So, and after playing Trainz 2022, I can kind of see why. Because Trainz 2022 is in such a poor state that, I guess N3V are now having to try to fix all the problems with Trainz 2022. So now N3V have to try to go in and Trainz 2022 fix all the issues with that before they can even begin working on Train Simulator 3, you know, implementing, like, the Surveyor and stuff like that. And based on the state that Trainz 2022 is in, I don't think we're going to be getting the Surveyor and stuff like that for a while in Trainz 3. Like I said, now I do think it will happen, but not for a while. So, if you've been avoiding Train Simulator 3 all this time because of the, you know, just because it doesn't have a Surveyor, I think you're going to be doing that for a little while longer. Now I mainly got Trainz Symmetry and all these DLCs because I want to do Trainz videos again. I know you guys watch these. I mean, my German Trainz video on the P-Tap link route, that video got 1,500, has 1,500 views at the moment. And then and then just recently the American Trainz in Canada video, that video just got 1,000 views as well. And a lot of my other Trainz 3 videos have gotten views in the triple digits, and some of them are getting close to the quadruple digits. So I mainly make these Trainz videos because you guys watch them. But honestly, I'm also kind of waiting for them to add in multiplayer. Well, yeah, basically everything: multiplayer surveyor, all of blah stuff. Oh yeah, that's another thing I looked into, by the way, when I was in Trainz 2022 for a short time. I did look. Ooh, here we go. But yeah, I did look into multiplayer surveyor. Didn't even bother actually trying it out though, because just the game, I don't know, I'm just so put off by it. Anyway, there you go. So remember those flatbeds that I showed off earlier? Well, here it is. Now you can see them loaded. So we're just going to take a look at that in just a second, right as we come to a stop. Is that a Royal Mail van? Wow, that's cool. There's a lot of nice assets on Trainz 3 as well, like in all these DLCs. So again, fingers crossed we do get Survey one day so we can actually use these assets in a route of our own. I'm thinking of making like the 413 corridor mobile version 2.0. But can't do that without a surveyor. Welcome to Rannoch. Well, anyways, since we're here, I'm going to actually take a little bit of a peek around here. So for one thing, yes, we have a Royal Mail van. Looks like an older one though. That was like one of those like Ford Transit vans or something like that, but no, that's like an older style van. So yeah, Royal Mail in Trainz 3, and here's the rolling stock with the loads and stuff like that. So hey, not enough to go for getting that picture. So here's the flatbed cars, the log cars, now actually loaded with logs. So there's log cars with logs and stuff like that. That's what they look like. And here's those other flatbed wagons that you saw behind the Class 70 earlier. Now they actually have a load, and they actually have multiple different loads. You have a Freightliner, yeah, 2 different Freightliner container wagons. So there you go. That's what they look like loaded. Oh, also to go. No, we're also at 25 at the moment. Yeah, it's gonna keep saying that every single time, but I don't want this to take forever. Especially after my fumble up earlier where I overshot the red light. Again. Alright, where are we in the route now, by the way? We are now over here. Okay. So you guys actually gonna see a good bit of this route in this scenario. So yeah, the scenery is nice, but the frame rate, not so much. Also, never mind, I got another comment recently, or not recently, but some time ago, where someone mentioned, yeah, I played this game on the iPad Pro, and it's a lot more smooth than that. So I'm using an iPad Air 4. I was thinking about getting the 50 miles per hour. I was thinking about getting the iPad Pro, but the funny thing is that I skipped out on the iPad. Here's the funny thing though, I skipped out on the iPad Pro because I thought that there was only like the big version, because there's an iPad Pro that's like really like big and stuff, but the funny thing is shortly after that I found out that there's also a smaller version of the iPad Pro. So yeah. Now of course this iPad Air 4 that I'm playing on is still a relatively new device. I got it back in January, so I'm gonna be using this as my main device for time to come. That being said though, I would prefer the developers just optimize their route and game a little bit, so this way it's not laggy and stuff. Yeah, you should need to upgrade to a higher device, especially since the iPad Pro is like the most expensive one there is. On the iPad Air Pro, that's the top end model, and it's really, really expensive. And even this iPad Air that I'm playing on is quite expensive. This was $750. So these higher end iPads are not cheap. So yeah. Alright, now off to the next station. But especially since mostly rural landscapes, although I think that's Scotland in general. I think the only like big city that Scotland has is Edinburgh. Yeah. Okay, comes the next station. Wait, what train is that? Oh, it's so far away I can barely see it. Oh, it's class 68. It hasn't loaded in fully yet. Yep. Are we gonna slow down? Oh no, we're gonna. Oh no 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 no. Train, stop, please, stop, stop. Okay, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. The game's lagging though, so I can't really tell. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna do it. All right. I knew. Well, actually, I didn't know. I thought we were gonna overrun the platform, but nah, we stopped just in time. See, I'm the greatest train driver in the world. All right, welcome to station. Oh, he's gonna leave after I He is. Now let's watch this guy depart. That makes it weird seamless for some reason. Yes. Alright, finally saw another train in this scenario. Alright, let's go. Yep. Alright, let's go. Alright, next up is station 4 out of 6. Is this the... Do we still have 3 stops left? Been saying that for a while. Is this not gonna go over on the whole route, by the way? Or no, I was gonna end at some... I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I think we got 3 stops left still. Oh, spin this on into 40. I got a fork in the road. Yeah, this road isn't the best optimized. So beware of lag. It seems look at this because there's so much foliage though. Like, did they make this route on like the PC version of Trainz? Well, yeah, they had to because guess what? The mobile version of Trainz doesn't have a route builder. All right, next station is quite a while away. Tell you what, this might be the longest Trainz video in a while. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing if you guys really want to see this route. Oh, and the game's now... Oh, that doesn't help. I think the lag is... Yeah, the lag is definitely slowing things down. Again, I'm on an iPad Air 4. Oh, speed go up to 55. Yes. But the game is definitely running at a slower pace because of the lag, so I think that's why it's taking a bit longer than it seems. Again, iPad Air 4. This is a very recent iPad, and yet this route runs like this. And again, that's the only thing on the route because, you know, I played, you know, have you seen my other Trainz videos? I played other routes, and a lot of the routes actually run quite smoothly. It's just this one that's a little bit more on the lag side. Not sure why. Actually, I do know why. This is all this foliage. If you just didn't put down so much foliage, or just put down... Actually, yeah, if you just didn't put down so much foliage... Oh! Oh. I didn't see the 25 coming. Whoops. That's gonna deduct a few points. Oh, you know what that's just reminded me of? I didn't switch over to the other, like, HUD. You can tell it's been a little while since I last played this game. Or last played it in a scenario environment. Okay, at least we get the thing under control again. There we go. Should have done that to begin with, but I forgot. Welcome to Gillespie or something. Oh, hold on a second. There's also Class 66 in Freightliner in this route? Okay, come on. Huh. Well, there you go. You always get the Class 66 in Freightliner in this route. I did not know that. Well, there you go. Let's take a closer look at that in just a second. Once we actually stop at the station. Not over on the platform. So it's gonna count like a stop, by the way. One more. We have one more after this. Let's see. Let's see. This is. Oh, it's still saying stop number 4. That's strange. Anyway, take a look at this. So yeah, so you also get a Class 66 in Freightliner. In this route. That's what it looks like, and yeah. So the Class 66 in Freightliner is also included in this route. So, a little surprise for those who have watched through. Okay. Alright, I guess we have 2 more stops. Although, is it just me though, or if we have way more than 6 stops already? Man, we still have a lot left actually. We've been driving for quite a while now. Alright, come on. Speed up. Oh yeah, because I didn't change over to this HUD back in the speed test video because because it was like a speed test, so it didn't matter. Well, sure it does actually matter because now we're going for points again. Oh, so yeah, thank goodness I have this HUD back up again because it actually tells me where the speed limit goes down. Because I just cost myself a few points there from the automatic train stop. I guess if you go into speed limit too fast, then yeah, that happens. And then it slows the train down to a certain point before you can regain control. Alright, yeah, this game is... Okay, yeah, the reason why this is taking so long is because of the lag. This is going to be a long video. So next up is Invermiddle. So is this the last stop or the second to last stop? Invermiddle. Or is the answer is it Ivermiddle? I don't know. I've never been to Scotland. Actually, I've never been outside the United States in general. Which I do hope to change someday. It's like, I want to go to all these cool places around the world, but I just haven't had the money or the time. And we're now in the middle of rocks. And I go back down to Earth. And this time, I'm gonna slow down, because I actually know there's 25 coming up, because I actually remember to go into the HUD. Because the thing is that I drive in this HUD every single time I'm doing a scenario, except for this one time for some reason. I just forgot. So let's slow down. Frames. Okay, at least this time we are gonna get slowed down in time. Okay, so just a little bit more. There we go. This time we shouldn't get busted. Okay, now we're going 2 miles per hour the speed limit as opposed to 1,000,000. Which is fine. It's only a simulator. Alrighty, so I'm not sure if this is either the last stop or the second to last stop. I guess we'll see when we get there. Wow, man, this foliage. Did they at least play Okay, now it's getting worse. Did they play test this on the iPad? I mean, come on. What were they using to play test this? Were they just playing this on the PC version and then you're like, yep, that's good enough. Now it's poured over to mobile. Ooh, I hear another train. Or locomotive. You believe. Oh, we're at a yard. I didn't mean to grind to a halt. Oh, foliage, come on. Okay. Yeah, if this, like I said, this one's a bit laggy, so... yeah. You know, I was just thinking to myself, well, you could just edit the route, though, if we ever get a scenario, but the thing is that you can't edit paywall routes. Also, hello. Oh, yeah, I guess you can also load planks onto Log Wagon. There you go. Log Wagon also has planks. Alright, come on. Okay, so this is the last stop or the second to last stop? As we crawl to the marker, as not to... Also, I like this station, by the way. I think this is the first time in Trainz I've seen like a platform that's like double-sided. So we have a platform on both sides of the train. Look how cool that is. Alrighty, so this is 6 of 6. Oh! Oh, well there you go. That's it. That's gonna do it. Video's near close to an hour long. Well, that's it. 4 out of 5 stars. Not bad if I do say so myself. Though it does, but it doesn't actually keep track of the score because the game is stupid. There you go. Can I go back in here just for the fun of it? Just so we can end out the video with seeing the Mallard. I like to do that, but yeah, that's gonna do it then. For this video, quite a long one, but then again, a long scenario, which was made even longer due to the lag. Maybe they'll fix that at some point. Maybe they won't. But yeah, so but that's gonna do it for this video. Now the game will just hurry up and load. Shut up. Oh! Wait, what the... Dude, it wasn't... Did you see that? The locomotive was an EWS for a second, and then became Freightliner. That was weird. But yeah, there's a Freightliner Class 66 once again, if you guys literally like Freightliner, along with the plank wagons, or log wagons with the planks on them. That looks pretty cool. And of course, the Mallard at a station which has tracks on both sides of the train, or platforms on both sides of the train. Yeah, there you go. Pretty cool station if I do say so myself, and actually a pretty good place to end off the video. So that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.